Begin with the terror in Polk County. After a robbery, a shootout with police, and 2 murders, 4 criminals who put a neighborhood on lockdown are now on their way to jail. Tonight we have team coverage of these events. News Channel 8's Mark Douglas and Jean Ramirez are both live in Polk County tonight. Mark, we'll start with you.
Well, good evening to you, Keith. Quite a scene here at the Haines City Police Department a short while ago as 8 patrol cars screamed out of here, sirens wailing, with these suspects on the way to jail. They spent the entire day here undergoing questioning by detectives. Now, as I said, they're on the way to jail after what the sheriff calls a terrorizing robbery in Auburndale, followed up by a brutal double murder in Haines City, as according to the sheriff, one of them tried to make his getaway. Robbery suspect Devon McCune insists he had nothing to do with this crime spree.
It is what it is. I ain't doing a damn thing.
Suspect Michael Gordon didn't breathe a word as deputies led him to jail. They are 2 of the 4 suspects who Sheriff Grady Judd tells us terrorized Cash America pawn shop employees during last night's robbery.
The only thing that they respect is somebody with more guns than they have.
Grady tells us after the robbery, the 4 suspects started a rolling gun battle, firing at Haines City police, but they crashed the getaway car and fled on foot. McCune was the first one caught. Then a 911 call led deputies to the home of Patricia Moran and her daughter Deborah Royal. Grady believes Michael Gordon murdered the women inside before crashing through the garage door in their car and straight into a hail of police bullets.
They didn't care that they murdered 2 ladies in their home. They didn't care that they shot at and tried to kill 2 Haines City police officers.
Grady insists the suspects were spoiling for a fight, and they got one.
If you surrender peacefully, that's the way we prefer it. You start pointing guns at us, you can not only plan on, but you can guarantee we're going to shoot you.
Now, 2 of the suspects, Jovan Lamb and Terrell Williams, remained at large all night long, triggering a massive and very tense manhunt here in the Haines City area. Both of them captured after a 911 tip from a woman today after one of them knocked on her door and she called police. Now, Gordon has minor gunshot wounds, 4 minor gunshot wounds and a dog bite, but apparently he's okay. And one of the other defendants, apparently Terrell Williams, also today said that he had chest pains, had to be taken to the hospital. But tonight, all 4 of these suspects well enough to spend the night in jail and begin the process of facing the music for what they've done, according to Sheriff Grady Judd. Keith?
Mark Douglas reporting live in Haines City. Thanks, Mark.
They killed 2 innocent women.
Now at 5, a deadly wave of crime.
These are very violent, dangerous people.
A frightening robbery turns into an intense manhunt, shootout.
They tried to kill a lot of law enforcement officers last night.
And murder.
They didn't care that they murdered 2 ladies in their home.
Tonight, 2 people dead and 4 in jail as a rattled community tries to return to normal.
At this hour, some Haines City homeowners still on edge after nearly 16 very nerve-wracking hours.
The chain of events starting just after 5:30 last night in Auburndale, and it didn't stop until the last of 4 suspects was in custody in Haines City. We're taking action for you tonight with complete team coverage.
We have multiple crews on the ground right now in Haines City and want to start with our Jacqueline Ingles to break down how this nightmare played out overnight. Jacqueline?
Well, Linda, this all just came full circle in the past 2 minutes. We had 4 police cars drive by, sirens blaring, all 4 of those suspects in the back seat, handcuffed, on their way to jail tonight.
These are very violent, dangerous people.
Guns, bullets, and bloodshed riddling a 16-hour crime spree. All of it beginning, police say, with a phony 911 call around 6 o'clock yesterday, diverting officers to a fake shooting. Well, just a mile away, 4 men armed with assault rifles are robbing this pawn shop.
This was a well-thought-out, well-organized armed robbery.
Sheriff Grady Judd identifying the hooded men tonight as Devon McCune, Michael Gordon, Jovan Lamb, and Terrell Williams. Following the robbery, a police chase. 2 officers dodging bullets barreling out the back window of the getaway car. That car ultimately ditched in this subdivision, setting off a manhunt involving 3 law enforcement agencies and 100 officers. Bitten by a police canine, McCune is the first arrested. Then a 911 call reporting a break-in, bringing authorities to this house on Astor Road.
And all of a sudden, out from the garage burst a vehicle.
Gordon is reportedly behind the wheel. Deputies shooting him 4 times.
The only thing that they respect is somebody with more guns than they have.
Inside this home, authorities finding the bodies of Patricia Moran and her daughter, Deborah Royal, both murdered. With 2 suspects still on the run, a stern warning about what would happen if they didn't surrender peacefully.
We'll give them a gunfight, one they'll never forget.
But it didn't come to bullets flying. Lamb and Williams were arrested here at this house.
And all the fight was gone out of there.
Now, all of these suspects have very lengthy criminal records, and tonight they're all charged with armed burglary and attempted murder. Gordon, who was only superficially wounded, he's getting extra charges, 2 counts of first-degree murder. We're live tonight in Haines City. Jacqueline Inglace, ABC Action News. Thank you, Jacqueline. Well, that dramatic scene playing